Story time. Story time. Story time.
Yeah.
Story time. Story of the week.
Woo.
Tuesday. Dude sends an email. He is E5 type. So I'm not going to, without giving names, anybody who got in this email train, which is about 10,000 of us, they'll all know what I'm talking about. This is something that happens at least once a year. Somebody sends an email to like an entire distro that they don't mean to CC. And in this case, this dude sent one to the Pentagon list of Army engineers. So every single person that has an engineer MOS got this fucking email. And it's beautiful. All he is requesting is info about his, he's trying to get like an airborne slot or some shit, or he's like scheduled to go to airborne, and apparently ATARS didn't send him the welcome letter like it was supposed to. Whatever. So he didn't get his welcome letter. He's trying to get his welcome letter. And of course, every motherfucker starts replying all. So sending another email to all 10,000 of us saying, hey, I'm not the person for, I don't work at the airborne school. I'm not the person for this. I'm not the POC for this. I'm not this for this. And then, of course, there's always that one. I was sitting there talking to Tim, and I was like, somebody's going to send an email that says, please remove me from this distro. Somebody's going to do it. And I was like, I think I'm going to do it just to be that guy. And I started to do it, and then somebody else beat me to it. And then after one person said it, about 15 more emails said, please remove me as well. I don't want to be in this distro either. Please remove me. So I love these. I think they're great. And then it kept going into the next day. Yesterday. So yesterday, some sergeant first class who's a real hero is like, hey, I see everybody wants to get removed from this distro. He's like, for your information, there's a link you can go to. You can follow the link that he sent and go to your name and like search distros that you're a part of and request to be removed from distros. He's like, guess what that'll do? Remove you from the distro. I mean, I doubt you can get removed from the one that's controlled by the Pentagon like that, because let's face facts, they don't care enough to remove you. But yeah, and then some like lieutenant colonel or something was like, people kept replying all. Some master sergeant put in all caps like 6 times, said, "Do not reply all. Do not reply all." And then some lieutenant colonel like literally slapped people with the regulation, talking about if people keep talking in this or keep replying all, like, I will have your access removed from Outlook for in accordance with AR whatever, and then I will file a formal complaint with Article 135 of the UCMJ.
Oh, brother.
It's like, brother, and then nobody else. Everybody got quiet after that. Then one single person said, please remove me from this distro. So, yes, there's a thing that happens where randomly an email will get sent out and somebody will CC an entire distro they're not supposed to. And it happened like, what was it, like last year it happened where they sent one to the entire army?
Yeah, there was one last year, but there was the worst one that I've ever been a part of was in like 2018, and it went on for like weeks.
Oh my god.
Weeks. And there was like full bird colonels requesting to be removed from the distro, and it just never ended. Like by the end, like, and this is no exaggeration, I had to, like, this is what fucked up my email to where I had to just get a new email. Like, it overloaded my email because at the time they only had like, you could only have like 10,000 emails.
Yeah.
And then it would just start deleting them
automatically.
And like by the end of it all, like I probably had over 180,000 emails.
Damn.
Like it just.
That's glorious.
That's a good job, bud.
Dude, it was kind of, but I couldn't even like see my own emails, like, because it just never stopped. Like it just kept on going. But it wasn't just the Army. Like it was the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force. Like it was everybody.
How do you fuck up?
Dude, and what's crazy is I don't even remember seeing the first email. I don't even know what it was.
Somebody was bullshit. This was on purpose.
Every time when I worked at MEPS, that somebody would send an email and they'd accidentally, like, somehow all of us would get it, and it definitely wasn't meant for us. I would just hear like a sharp intake. Oh fuck! Like, did somebody CC something crazy? And like they'd look at all the people CC'd and be like, oh, okay, no, I think we're good. They just accidentally CC'd the MEPS link in this. But yeah, everybody always gets scared whenever an email goes out now. That shit's a horror story.
It's because you never know.
You never know. Luckily, I have all my emails set to conversation mode, So even though I have all of these emails, like I can just click an arrow and it minimizes all of them into that one conversation. So I delete one email and it deletes all of them for me.
Yes, I didn't have mine set to that, and I didn't know how to create like a whatever it's called to where it like automatically saves them in a separate spot,
Oh yeah,
so that
yeah.
it's not in your
rule.
regular inbox. Like you create like a
Yeah, you take
a
a rule.
rule,
Where,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know how to do
chicken,
that.
guys.
Yeah.
Free chicken, guys.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't, so like especially with when I worked at MEPS, where like if you're a part of a distro, so that way if like one person, like if somebody emails your distro that you're a part of, and it's actually like meant to be like in MEPS where there's like 5 of us that get the email that are supposed to get the email, and someone else responds to it, that's why conversation mode is really important in situations like that. So that way you can see the most recent email. So that way you don't see their initial email and then you're like, oh, did anybody action this? I don't know. Let me go look. Instead of that, it just most recent email says like Sergeant Johnson emailed back on this day and said, "Hey, don't worry, we got it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Now I don't have to worry about it. I can just delete that chain."
Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. Conversation mode is a win. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. You're welcome. If you're not in conversation mode, fix
I
yourself.
like it. I like it. Well, story was good, but I just want to welcome everybody back to the pod. As always, I'm your host, Tim Hunsaker, and I've got my two co-hosts with me, Eric Hunter
Hula hula.
and Nassim Johnson.
Yeah.
So as everybody probably saw on the TikTok video and Instagram that we all posted for our reel, we kind of went over that our, I guess, topic is what military skill actually helped you get a civilian job or get your civilian job. So I mean, we were looking for like what MOS you did or are currently doing, and more specifically how it actually impacted you getting your job. Not just like, oh, I got this cool certification and whatever. Like actually, what training you got that actually reflected
real world
in
impact.
real world impact. Yep.
Biggest thing being not your brochure answer. Like,
Yeah.
I got certificates. Yay! Like, no, we want to know how it actually helped you. Which
How
for
did you maintain certificate?
yeah,
How did you maintain clearance? What opportunity were you presented only because you had those certificates and you took advantage of it? Yeah.
which I actually use this when I'm recruiting. Because I, as a military police, after I deployed to Afghanistan, I came back and started working at the Department of Corrections, and they recognized all of my MP time as law enforcement experience, which is wild because I only did that shit 1 weekend a month.
Yep.
And so I was able to apply for sergeant basically while I was in the training academy. So
Look at that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep. So I got promoted. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. Back then, the lovely state of South Carolina was paying their correctional officers pennies to the dollar. So even getting promoted to sergeant didn't mean much. Which now they're paying much better, from my understanding. Still not enough, but much better.
Much more livable. Wait,
yeah. Not for the work I was. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
So what we got?
Yeah. I mean,
Latest and greatest. What we got for
start us off. We had a 25 Sierra.
Okay.
He said that he started working when he got out or after training, working at Dish Network, and was able to, use his experience as a 25 Sierra to set up like basically dishes for homes, and like used that to then secure a low voltage technician position doing security systems, fire systems, CCTV, and access control. He said that his experience and knowledge of wiring diagrams, electrical circuits, and troubleshooting, and his hands-on work is what assisted him in securing those positions.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yep.
That's the type of shit we do.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit.
Like.
So yeah, the big thing about this is for people. This is more geared for people who are interested in using what they've learned from the military to find careers. Some people like to do the guard thing as like a little vacation from their job. So I get it when some people listen to this, they're like, oh, like that's cool. Like I want to be a 25 Sierra because I want to do that. But on my civilian side, I want to be a cop because I want to be a cop. So hey, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Take this grain of salt and just know that you got a fallback plan.
I mean, the first dude I ever enlisted, he was a robotics major and like super smart, like 98 on the ASVAB, like just smart dude, like literally on the robotics team in high school kind of guy, right? And he went like 815 Yankee, like literally works on the weapon systems for the Apaches. Has nothing to do with what he does on the civilian side. But he was just like, yeah, I mean, I just want to do something cool. That's all he wanted. Something cool.
Just to do something.
So sometimes it's
Something
just
to break
that
up
way.
the monotony.
Yeah, and maybe just brag to your friends, like, hey, by the way, when I'm not here, guess what I'm doing?
Guess what I'm doing?
Shit. You seen that Apache flying? You seen that shit in that movie? I work on those.
Yeah. Other little thing though, man. Like the whole purpose of even like introducing this at the topic, get the conversation going on, is at the end of the day, y'all. The goal is to make you a better person than you were whenever you stepped into whatever fucking recruiter's office you went into. Okay. For some people, that could be, change of pace on the side, the thing we just discussed. But for everybody, it needs to be some type of improvement from whenever you walk into that office. So, whether or not you decide you want to do this shit for 6 years, one of those weirdos that do like just 3 years or some shit, whatever type of contract length you want to do, if you even want to stay in this shit for 20 years, we got to get you prepared for what happens after you're finished. Because at some point, you're going to be finished with it. Some people just finish sooner down the field. You get what you need, you get the fuck out of here. Everybody got to get what they need. So we need to know what the fuck we need to know for when you get the fuck up out of here. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So keep this shit in mind, yeah. Anybody that trying to get in, or any recruiter that's out there, trying to make that mission, just keep that in mind when you're working with your applicants. It's very important.
I like it. Respect.
What we got next?
Sweet. So next up we had a 68 whiskey that said they used their training to get their EMT license, and then they worked as an worked as an EMT, and then they worked in the ER, and then they got landed a clinical researching job afterwards, all because of their 68 whiskey training. And so 68, yeah. I mean, 68 whiskey, like you get your national EMT certification from the school, but there's also other things that you get just from the school itself, that directly apply back to the civilian world. But
and 68 whiskey usually always seems like one of those ones where you gotta add more. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a end all be all. As soon as you get what I'm saying? Like there are things.
Yeah, I mean it's basic EMT. Like I mean it's nothing that you can't go to like a 2-week course and get
to an extent,
in the civilian world, right? But you're going to an 18-week military course. You're learning a lot more than just the basic EMT stuff. So, yeah, I mean,
another big thing about 68 whiskey compared to some of our other jobs is that 68 whiskey you actually have to go and like recertify on it every year, don't you?
It's every couple of years. It's not an annual thing. I think it's every 3.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Not many jobs. I never had to do that shit.
Is that like some unit's annual training thing? Like, do they do that to an extent? Like, is that part of their like yearly thing? Like, they round everybody up and you get recertified?
I'm sure they. That's
so. There's generally a person at the state. It's usually the same person that handles like security clearance stuff, and like making sure that everybody's security clearance is being reevaluated on time and stuff like that. That's also in charge of. That's also in charge of making sure that you're like staying up on all your certifications if your job requires recertifying. So 68 Whiskey's one. I want to say 17 Charlie. And there's a couple others that require that you maintain certification. So like any jobs that are 35 series that require a language, you have to recertify in that language to maintain proficiency.
Man, I hope it doesn't fucking suck, y'all. Like, I hope that recertification process isn't big. Like fucking cyber awareness.
No.
So I think the name you're about to drop is the 68 whiskey on our team, and
no.
Well, either that's how I kind of found. I didn't actually know they had to recertify until she went to the recertification, like last year or year before or something.
I was the name drop security clearance person. Like as soon as you said it, my mind was like, oh, like.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. But yeah, so Yeah, I mean they have to actually go to a course, so you actually have to go out there. So it's
Yeah.
not like cyber awareness.
Yeah,
where
I
you
know
just-
that, but you
Yeah.
know, like for
like
the
where it sucks, like it's boring.
yeah, for the sake of motherfuckers who do the MOS, they might be like, oh, bro, we gotta go do this lame ass cyber awareness. But you know,
Maybe.
it's how it is for them. I don't know. It would be cool though if it's a good, like, actual decent refresher, and if you can get, I would assume you get the points.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
As it
I
is.
imagine they use that as their AT that year, probably for M Day.
Yeah. So yeah, you know how to say it, dude. Hey
Mhm.
man, we ain't finna pay you.
They'll say, "Oh, your recertification is going to be your AT this year."
Man, it got so bad at one point. It was either they would like completely deny you for like doing any type of AT if you had a school,
Mhm.
or they would be like, hey, you can only get this amount of days out of AT if you decide to go.
Brother, I went to like a 5-day course, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't go to AT this year." It's like, brother, it's 2 weeks.
Right, bro, what the
I'm
fuck?
missing a week.
What kind of math is this?
And like, we'll find something else for you to go to, but you can't go to AT this year.
Can't do this, but
Dang, that's wild. Not that I wanted to go anyways, but dang,
Yeah.
that's wild.
yeah, for my pockets, that's why.
Right.
I'd prefer to go to a school anyways.
Yeah.
Usually I make more in the per diem, but
Damn.
I mean, AT money's pretty good.
Man, I don't know though, but I've never. Well, I haven't been to school. This year, or like, and I was probably training stuff, so ready. I was gonna say I never really got pretty.
Well, have you gone out of state for these schools? Yeah, see, that's where the per diem comes into play, is when you go out of state.
That's right.
Especially if you have to drive. Well, or get to drive.
Man, but that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why that Air Force shit used to be so cushy, bro. For my wife, bro, per diem for anything. Like, it'd be drill weekend, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck, brother?
No, the most they did was pay for a hotel for us. If you were
I
like,
never got that shit.
yeah, man,
I wish.
I got that
Yeah,
shit
but
for
you
all
live
of
close
2
to where you
years.
drill.
Yeah, but even still, man, they just don't do that shit. Like, that shit is non-existent. At least for our state.
Well, so it was only the first 2 years, and then I deployed and came back, and suddenly they were like, "Yeah, you got to sleep at the armory." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean sleep at? Where's my hotel?"
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't put you in like the greatest hotel, but it was usually, I'd be
Man.
drinking beers by the poolside.
Man, motherfucker, it was one fucking, it was either a drill or a fucking AT you went to. These bastards said, hey, y'all, we was too broke for us to pull, barracks for us. They was like, for the entire battalion, there's only like onesies, twosies barracks. So they was like, hey, bro, anybody who can go home, be safe, and take your ass home.
That's
All of the
crazy.
ones who need to be here, y'all stay here. And you know, they put that shit on the back end. Like, for us to tell you to be going home, we really don't want to do that, but they forcing our hand. Like,
You would think they would. Usually, when shit like that happens, they're like, "All right, we got this open ass field. Set up the tents." That's what we would do, man.
Yeah.
All of us would be in place. So the fact that they tell y'all to go home,
Yeah.
can't even freaking afford the field to fucking set up tents in. Damn,
That was
broke as
alternative.
fuck.
Because, the training site is centralized closer to where at least our battery should be generally living at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The motherfuckers who's like 2 or 3 hours all night, they pretty much was the ones like, hey, we got them for them. Like, embarrassing for them.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers not going home. Y'all, though, you can go home and get the fuck out.
That's crazy.
Next one, which I think you'll enjoy. Top secret clearance.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm.
And that's all they said. But they had a comment for response. He said, I'm curious as to what type of job you got. I'm an IT manager, 25 years old, out of the Navy, and I always thought that my TSSCI would land me a dream job. But it was my general experience that really set me up for success.
Yeah.
And then the dude responded and said CIA and embassy staff.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
fuck
yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right. Like, he used that clearance to do cool guy stuff,
Yeah.
potentially.
It's a real
I mean,
hero,
embassy
man.
staff sounds like he's more of like a state official, but
Yeah.
I mean, still.
Regardless, shit, that shit
cool.
is fucking.
I mean, I'm sure it's great.
And I got a fucking professor right now. This motherfucker did everything under the sun. The Army, then Army National Guard, the Air Force, the Air Guard before that, fuck the FBI shit, Homeland Security. I was like, damn, bitch, like, motherfucker did everything. Shit's crazy, man. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. I like it, though. I like it.
So, this next one's pretty good, too. He said, had nothing to do with my MOS, But one of the training modules I did as a board active reserve full time natty guard guy was got my CDL Class B so I could drive the brand new Max Pro on city streets and show it off for recruiting events and meetings. He said 20 years later I own my own transportation company.
Hey,
I mean, sometimes you gotta start from the ground and build that bitch up.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. A lot of the consensus on these isn't even really related to MOS, but it's mostly just talking about like showing up on time, like just the simple stuff, like just accountability of you and that you're going to actually show up to work and be there on time. And one of the big ones, which had probably like 45 responses to agreeing with it, was focusing more on the job at hand, like the task, and not the people that you're doing the task with.
Yeah.
Right? Because the worst thing in the civilian world, according to these guys and what they're talking about, is that you have 2 civilians or you have a group of 5 civilians that come in, and instead of focusing on the job, they focus on the people, and then they get in an argument with the people because they disagree on something and the job never gets done.
Yeah. Right.
And so they're saying, like, people that have military service, they're like, oh, I got to get this job done. And they focus heavily on the job, get the job done. Doesn't matter who they're working with.
Yeah.
Because the job's done.
And don't get that shit twisted. There's still a level for anybody who is strictly civilian that might hear this. There's still a level of, hey, I don't fuck with this guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might even be some damn office, because there's always office and fucking workplace politics and shit. But there might even be a degree of like a grapevine going on around that bitch, where there's like a little drama corner. But motherfuckers still gonna get their job done. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's in the day, man. You gotta do that shit. At the end of the day, whenever you leave that fucking office, fuck that guy. You just gotta think about it like that, man. Fuck that guy. It's a guy in my office that I fuck. Yeah.
That's crazy. This ain't your office, first off, motherfucker.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, I agree with that. Most people, they'll just do the work and just not talk to that person.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
That should happen fast, dude.
I mean, we also had about nine Army pilots that flew Apaches, Chinooks, Blackhawks that all said that them being a pilot for the Army actually got them certified to be pilots for a civilian airline. And most of them said 10 out of 10 recommend.
yeah, I mean, flying Apache and a Blackhawk would probably be cool as fuck. And then, you know, once you're ready to, you know, settle down and make good money doing it, you can leave. Well, I mean, they make good money, but
like I had a couple of my friends that just did like literally only guard, did it part-time, and they would literally fly for Delta during the week, and then, you know, but like Delta knew that they had to maintain flight hours for the National Guard too, and so once a week they would have a day where they could go fly for however many hours they needed to, and they had to have so many night hours and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, they would just, or they'd get like a week off and go get all their flight hours done for the Guard, and then go back to flying.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Especially, you know how hard it is to get good pilots?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
And the military's all about, like, if there's one thing we're all about, it's our freaking safety procedures. So.
Oh, yeah. Above all those. Even though we know how to, like, work in the gray on them shits, too, now.
Yeah.
We know how to be safe.
I don't know if I'd say they work in the gray so much when it comes to aircrafts, but...
Yeah, but I'm just saying on, like, a more general basis for, like, our safety and shit. Because there's a lot of, like, completely safe ways to do things, and then it's, like, safe, but, you know...
Yeah, they'll have, like... they'll have, like, the safety procedures that are, like, so covered in red tape that, like, you're walking around with, like, a suit of armor, and it's like, this is not...
Yeah.
This is not necessary. Like, it would be... I understand how it could be necessary, because you get people who do dumb shit, and so as soon as somebody does dumb shit, we make a rule so that way you can't do that dumb shit anymore.
And that's the thing. We put that emphasis on why it could be necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you get to understand that part.
Yeah, but
like, bitch, you could die.
Yeah, most of us are smart enough to just know to not die. Yeah, that's usually the key takeaway there. So.
Yeah, you get checks on learning too. When you're not doing shit completely safe, you get a check on learning to remind your ass.
Yeah, something will happen. Yeah.
Like, oh shit, damn. Yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong.
I've been in a rollover and we had loose freaking items, and I got clocked in the head once or twice.
Damn.
Learn to
Had
strap.
on my tailbone.
No, fucking, like that loose shit, like something will come
Yeah,
up
that
and
shit
knock
too.
you in the chin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, my Kevlar didn't protect me from that shit.
Fuck, man. Secure.
Bit the shit out of my tongue.
Bro, oh my goodness, shit make you so angry when shit like that happen, bro. Like, fuck, man, this shit was so avoidable.
All I had to do was strap that shit down or
like,
put it in the trunk.
Fuck, bro.
That shit could have gone in the trunk. I did not need it right in there.
Oh, other thing I wanted to say to listeners. We always get this thing. I know personally from the Guard and shit, but I think this covers like the entire armed forces where you just don't know what you don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So this is another reason why this is presented, man. Because it'd be like a lot of people who like, man, I fucking because I've been a disgruntled soldier, man. I fucking hate this job. Can't do shit with this shit. It's somebody that's doing some shit with that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's people that be knowing some shit, really want to use what they got, and they know how to resume the fuck out of some shit, bro.
Yeah.
So hopefully you get more chicken through this, but try and lean on them people too, because they always around. You just gotta fucking find them. For real. It's a lot of fucking people. It's more people willing to help than you think. You just don't know they ass.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I mean, and I say that just because, I mean, I've had like one of my friends, like, he and I got the same MOS, so we both were 91 Foxes, so small arms and artillery repair. And he and I both were like, oh, we're going to totally open like this little small arms shop, and we're going to be gunsmiths, and it's going to be fucking cool shit. And like, yeah, reality hit pretty quick, because like that's a hard world to get into and sustain, especially in make enough income from just that to live on.
Yeah.
Great side job. But like, you don't really think, learning how to basically build an AR-15 or something along those lines is going to actually be helpful. But it's one of those. I mean, it's one of those jobs that does give you some application to the civilian world. I mean, he works for fucking Daniel Defense right now, and he's living life, loving it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things, like, you don't really think about it, but like him having those certifications and like working with the Special Forces group, going to Glock Armor course, going to soft training, is what got him that job, right? Just because he had that experience and the knowledge of those specific weapon systems, and Daniel Defense is like, we could use somebody like you, But and you don't necessarily need those extra things to do that. You just gotta know that it's kind of a niche job.
So that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. And for all of our artillery folks out there, I mean, there are civilian jobs for you too. Shooting artillery. You just got to go somewhere that has ski resorts.
Yes.
Because they like to shoot artillery up into the mountains to, make it so there's no avalanches and shit like that. It's a great fucking job.
Yeah.
I've done it. Super fun.
Yeah.
It's just kind of cold.
I mean, even just getting a side hustle of shooting fireworks during the holidays,
Yeah. But all right, let's move on to a couple of. All right, so we had a bunch of 11 Bravos comment.
Oh shit.
So first one was 11 Bravo. He said communication skills, leadership skills. A good military leader is better than 60% of civilian leads / supervisors. In working with a team or people, he said paid college networking is huge. He said, I've received jobs because of people I never knew, organizations I worked with in the military, and being resilient and functioning under pressure. He said most civilians think everything is an emergency or a high priority.
Yes. That was a beautiful fucking comment.
Yeah.
He made me moist. He might be commented a day. Might be commented a day. Because that shit is some real shit. That's why I'm not a big fan of that whole, like, anybody can be a leader shit. You get what I'm saying? But I am a big fan of everybody attaining leadership skills. You get what I'm saying? Like, because that's a big deal. Like, a lot of people get put into those positions, especially civilian side, and it's like, where they have no type of framework to be a leader. You get what I'm saying? I'd much rather somebody who like might not be the best leader, but they have those leadership skills that they would have gotten from some type of military service. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit is crazy. It's a complete night and day thing. It's fucking wild.
I like it.
Like the next one we had from an 11 Bravo said, well, he started with, funny enough, 11 Bravo said, gave me the basic fundamental knowledge of firearms and security basics, got me working the security industry, slowly getting better and better gigs. After a CENTCOM deployment and some very nice niche experiences overseas, he said, I'm repurposing my resume and jumping into work with the vets. Like it. Like it.
That's pretty cool.
But I mean, definitely the consensus is going to kind of fall into that, like working under pressure, leadership skills, just generalized knowledge.
MRT, baby.
Well, and that's another thing. So let's say you're like that guy's talking about. He went on. I mean, it's something he gained originally and then gained more as he went through using what he had. Like, so just because let's say your base MOS doesn't have quite a useful thing, like I didn't really want to be law enforcement, but I was an MP. There are still schools that you can go to, like training, like whether it's like as an NCO, like being the unit movement officer gives you certificates on understanding how to load trains and airplanes and different stuff like that. So now I could go be like a load master, different things like that. Like you can go to different schools, like just finding something that would benefit you on the civilian side and be something that would be of interest to you is the goal. Just because your original MOS doesn't have it and you can't quite reclass for whatever reason, doesn't mean that you can't go to different schools and gain that juicy knowledge that'll help you in the civilian side in some way. That was always my goal of my military career, was to, if I wasn't on a deployment, I was going to a school to learn something. Especially after I hit sergeant and I got really cool with my training sergeant, I was like, hey, bro, what can I go to? Like, send me to something. Retention school, a unit movement officer, freaking the freaking PITS test guy. Like, I didn't care. I would have done it all. So that's what I did. But that's just my little 2 cents for you.
I like it.
Become friends with your training sergeant.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Next one we had is a 15 uniform Chinook crew chief. He said, it's a soft skill, but just the ability to say, sure, I'll figure that out. He said, I got this. Still helps me to this day. Most of the civilian counterparts are very cautious and wary to mess up. He said, also being able to pass letters phonetically over the phone call without saying D is for David, R is for Robert. That shit grinds my gears. It's the only military vernacular I've held on to because it's way easier.
Yeah.
Could not.
D is for dog.
Right.
C is for castle. Like, what are you doing, bro?
W is for Wonderland. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Oh my goodness.
And then everybody says X is for. Look, bro, just say X-ray. We all know. It's the only xylophone. What are you gonna hit me with?
Fucking Xylitol.
Oh shit. I love it. All right. Let me see. Sorry, we had a lot of repeat ones.
Which there's nothing wrong with. I mean, so yeah, it's like a general consensus, right? Like, did you? I only caught the last glance of that. You
I just knew you was gonna snap to this.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm like looking down my water bottle, like, damn, I hate this thing's empty right now. And then I like glance up and I just see you starting your yawn.
Nah.
I don't even remember what I was saying now. I lost it. Observation skills. There you go. That's what I learned. Being able to point out some gay shit from a mile away.
Whoa. Was that gay?
I mean, it didn't look very straight. I got turned on by it, so it must have been gay.
Whoa. Is that gay? I spy with my little eye. Oh, shit.
All right, so I like this one. So this dude said it had nothing to do with my MOS, but he got on orders with his local state. So it looks like he was in the Guard, and he worked with the Homeland Response Force, the HERF, and helped with multiple natural disasters and like chemical spills and different things, and was able to build himself a resume and OSHA certifications to get a job out of that state working as a response person.
Okay.
Like he works for basically FEMA, but for the state.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking clutch. That's
So,
fucking clutch.
like I said, use what's given to you. Like if you go on some orders, don't just go on the orders and sit around.
Yeah.
When you got free time, fucking learn something,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah. And that's why I said this shit earlier about like, just wanting to actually, get involved in some of this shit. I mean, a lot of motherfuckers just
yeah,
I want to do something else.
Just-
Are you
just
looking into what the fuck else you could do, bro?
this deployment sucks.
Like,
I'm
bro,
having
if
such
you
a
actually
cheap time.
try, bro, I'm telling you, there's some shit there, bro.
Yeah, get cool with like even if you just use it as a networking opportunity. Like I'm sure that guy probably networked with a lot of those freaking people that he was doing all that work with, and that helped him get that job out of state.
Let me give y'all a quick gem, bro. one of the archetypes for very helpful people. Old motherfuckers, bro. Like, what do we all know about old people? These motherfuckers love to fucking yap.
Yeah.
Go catch some of that yap, bro. Go suck some of that shit up instead of being like, oh man, this old motherfucker just chatting, bro. He chirping. Listen to these motherfuckers, bro. I'm telling you.
Laugh and joke with him and be like, hell yeah, man, that's awesome. Do that one time and that old man will fucking tell everybody about how Sergeant so-and-so was the nicest guy. Specialist so-and-so was the greatest guy. Like, man, you definitely want, he's a good guy. You know what? Let me go get you a job.
Yeah, man.
You don't need to be here. You need to be doing this.
Yeah,
I want you to come work with me.
Yeah, come on,
and that
man.
dude's out there making freaking six figures because he's been doing that job so damn long. And he at least starting you, even if your base level ain't that six figures, he's at least helping you get your foot in the door, so that way you can go make that six figures.
Just go be pleasant for a little while, bro. Your ass will run into a bridge. I promise you. Just don't burn that damn bridge, okay? That's why
true.
you be pleasant.
Yeah. I mean, if all you have to do is listen to an old man tell a story,
yeah, bro,
once every day or something, like, man, if I got paid to just listen to an old man talk, shit.
Hell yeah, fuck. Another little free piece of chicken. If you're a little gooner out here, these old motherfuckers gooners too.
Hell yeah, most of them little perverts.
Yeah.
Wait until
a little pervert.
Wait until a damn lady walks by and she drops something. Oh, damn.
Go get some of these damn old gooners, man.
And then you got. That's the only time you can clown them a little bit. You be like, hey man, put your glasses on real quick. Look at that.
Yeah.
Put the bifocals on. Put the bifocals on. And then they'll laugh, and then they'll look and be like, hell yeah. And then you laugh about it, and, it'll be funny. Ask me how I know.
I think when it comes to like somebody that's one of the old OGs that we got, is it helping them with their phone? It's like the simplest fucking thing you could do as like the younger generation. Mm-hmm. And like they just think that is the most amazing thing.
Yes,
like,
bro.
Like, oh man, I didn't even know that was there. Like how did you just know to do that? It's like,
and then they're out there trying to get you.
Y'all minds these days is just so.
Then they're out there trying to get you an IT job at the business they work for. And you ain't got no certificate.
Exactly.
Don't even know shit about computers.
Man, I'm telling you. One day he opened my settings app. Like, imagine that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, bro, get your old ass. Oh, man. Fuck with them old people, though, man. Fuck with them old people.
Yeah.
Real OGs, man. Real OGs.
All right. This next one relates directly to the Air Force. So, personal management experience as an EA avionics superintendent. I got a call from a military contractor who asked if I was over 20 and did I want to retire and take over a Homestead Air Force Base F-16 flight simulator. The guy who called me was a retired E9 who knew me from previous assignments. I knew and understood electronics and had been successful as shift chief, branch chief, and other supervisory and management positions during my 22 years in the Air Force. I went for an interview, got offered the job, and put in my papers in August of 1989 and started at the simulator in mid-December. The job consisted of simulator maintenance, supervising 6 to 8 technicians, and providing a mission-ready simulator to the Air Force for pilot training.
Damn.
I'll bet that was a cush job, too.
I promise you. You know that shit is good.
Yeah.
And he had 6 little goons that just... And he getting paid?
Yeah, he's getting paid.
Fuck.
I'm telling you.
He's getting that retirement money, and he's getting paid by the government to just keep doing what he was kind of doing before.
Yeah, bro. Great. A scaled back version.
Yeah, exactly. With none of the extra shit.
Just got a network, man. I'm telling you. All because he knew some retired E9. Probably his platoon sergeant at some point or some shit.
Something.
It's crazy, man. It's almost like,
Something.
Crazy, man.
That's why they call it that selfless service. That loyalty, duty, respect, honor, them leadership skills. All you got to do is have a little bit of integrity. Always doing the right thing whether nobody's watching. I promise you, somebody's watching. Somebody's gonna learn about it.
Yeah.
And if you just got some good integrity, you can make it far in this organization.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. Well, let's jump over to kind of like our information portion. All right. So, first thing that we're going to talk about is the recent change to the military recruiting age limit. So, the Army recently changed its new recruit age from 35 to 42. So, there's no longer an exception to policy or a waiver required for somebody between the age of 36 and 41 to join the Army. It used to be that if you were over the age of 35, you had to get an exception to policy or a waiver approved for you to be able to join the military, or the Army in this instance.
Well, you say recently changed. It goes into effect like next week.
Yes,
so,
it does go into effect on April 20th.
which
Thank
is
you.
Monday.
Yes.
So wait until next week, guys, if you want to join and you're over
Yeah.
the age of 35.
I mean, it's kind of wild they picked 420, but
that is funny.
yeah, that's okay. Like.
Oh, speaking of which,
I don't
we're
think
going to get into that?
Yeah, the drug.
Yeah, we're
so,
gonna jump right into that.
Yeah, speaking of 420.
Yeah, speaking of
So
that.
also people with marijuana possession, specifically marijuana possession charges or drug paraphernalia charges. If you have your only one offense, you no longer need a waiver for it. And we were kind of discussing a little bit about how if you were trying to go active duty, that you'd have to wait 24 months after you receive the charge, and then on top of that, pass the drug test. Which, I mean, you have to pass the drug test to join anyways, but they can't even begin to process the waiver until they have your passing drug test at MEPS to process the waiver for that. So that is no longer the case, but only for one charge. You got more than one, can't help you.
Yeah.
So
we're talking about for the dime and nickel bad boys, not the duffel bad boys.
No,
You got caught multiple times. That's still your ass. But
and
yeah, I mean, for those, if you got more than one charge, you still got to get a waiver, right? Still got to go through the normal process.
Yeah.
But like, if it's just a one-time thing, you got caught with it.
You had your little dime bag, and
you a little doobie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little Ruby.
Hey.
Littering and smoking the reefer.
But so just for everybody that needs to know, like if your recruiter tells you different, tell them they need to check because it's already gone into effect.
Yeah.
Don't need a waiver if you have one marijuana charge or drug paraphernalia charge anymore.
And if you had one of those and you attempted to join and it didn't work out so well for you, now's the time to try again. The doors. They always say, hey, if anything changes, we'll let you know. I'm going to be honest, most recruiters forget to let you know. So this is us letting you know. Go reach back out to your recruiter and be like, hey, man.
Your recruiter know.
Yes, definitely.
A lot of people don't like to read, so, which is a crazy fundamental thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we're reading for you. We got you.
Yeah.
We know how to read.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I spell stuff funny, but
And while we're talking about like recruiting stuff, for anybody that is still considering joining, on top of those other changes that have been made, some people may not be aware for the ASVAB test. The active duty Army is able to put you into what we call the 09 Mike program if you get between a 25 and a 30 on the ASVAB. And then for the Army National Guard, you're able to do that same program if you get between a 21 and a 30. And what that does is you go to basically just some schooling before you go to basic training, and they help you pass the ASVAB and get a better score so that you can get a better job. And then from that, you go straight to your military training afterwards, go to basic training, go to your job training, and you're getting paid the whole entire time.
Yeah, keep in mind it could be up to 90 days. So,
yep.
I mean, most people that have gone through that program usually double their score. So usually
they come
out with like 40s and 50s.
I was going to say, I think they have like close to a 90% success rate right now. So
ironically, one of our former counterparts is the first person to ever have somebody that they put into the military that failed that program.
What's crazy, I mean, I was actually talking to an applicant today about it. That specific person, his applicant got a lower score than he did when he went to get into the program. It's crazy. I mean,
but another crazy concept is, let's say you don't. Let's say for instance, you're one of the 10% that fails it. We have allocations for people as long as you maintain at least a 16 or higher on the ASVAB.
Yep.
They'll put you into one of those allocations, so that way you're not just, obviously they've already paid all this money to you and for your training. They're not going to just get rid of you. They're going to attempt to get you somewhere because we paid all this money. We don't want to throw it away. And other than the ASVAB, that means you have to be fully qualified to be in the military. So other than the ASVAB, you're a fully qualified soldier as far as they're concerned. So they're going to make it work. Yeah. So for those of you that are concerned about the ASVAB, you struggle with the ASVAB, definitely a great program. Squeak out at 21 and you can get into it. It's referred to as the Future Soldier Preparatory Course, FSPC is what you'll hear. You'll hear a lot of recruiters call it the 09 Mike or whatever. Kids will call it dumb camp. I don't care. Hey, you make more money than those kids. They're calling it dumb camp. So fuck them, right? Because you get an extra 90 days of pay, which is no joke.
Up to.
Up to. Yeah, if you pass it early, they do full training because they ain't trying to pay you. Look, the government ain't trying to just throw money at you, but the money is there. I'm not telling you to go fail the test on purpose so you can stay there for I'm kidding. All jokes aside, because then you fuck around and accidentally get a 31 and now they're pulling a shit job for you. Yeah, so, of course do your best. But yeah, it's a good program. I've seen a lot of success with it. Like Tim said, it's a 90% pass rate. And even the other 10% still join. So the other 10%, usually they passed and the jobs they got offered were just, you're not always going to get everything you want. And that's the only unfortunate thing about when you're joining through that program is you don't know what job. Like this, I'm going to be real with people. You don't know what job you're actually joining as because you join to go to that program. So afterwards, when you sit down with the people and they start saying, hey, this is what you qualify for, and it's not what you want, you got to be a little realistic with yourself. That's why we talked about those MOSs, like the skills that these other people got. We talk about making good with your training NCO and going to all these other classes. Just because you come in as a job you don't like doesn't mean you can't get benefits out of it.
Right.
Use it for what it is, a stepping stone.
Yep.
A stepping stone to a better career.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my soapbox.
Telling you about getting in the door would be one of the most important parts, I promise.
Oh, yeah. I had somebody, and it wouldn't apply now due to the change in the marijuana thing, but he had literally got one charge one time, and then, he couldn't do 15 Romeo because you're not allowed to have any drug-related charges and do that job. And what's funny is, I even checked the regulation to make sure he could do it, but I only read the first page because I was like, oh, he meets all the qualifications. Nah, there's a number 10 on the second page, and that's what it says. And so, bro's at MEPS enlisting and was like, what the fuck? And I had to talk him into doing 91 Bravo and be like, hey, man, get your foot in the door. It's a lot better than just sitting out there and hoping something's going to happen, But, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll go ahead and get things wrapped up. It's a little bit shorter one, but we hope you all enjoyed it. And, we're going to try to stick with the kind of this new format.
We're going to button it up.
We're going to button it up. Yeah, this is the first one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the new format and kind of the way that it's laid out. We'll refine it and make it better. But we appreciate y'all for listening. And please don't forget to subscribe, and check out all of our other content on social media.
And if you guys got any other kinds of questions, you want us to deep dive into something, we tend to, we're a bit sticklers about debating and understanding the regulation verbatim. We don't try to just interpret it how we think it is. We try to understand it the way it was meant to be written. Because I feel like a lot of people look at the regulations and they're like, this is the way I think it should work, and that's not. the way the person who wrote the regulation wrote it is how he wants it done.
Mhm.
So that's the way it's supposed to be interpreted, and we try our best to do that. So if there's something you guys have like concerns about, like, hey, you know, this regulation affected me in this way. I feel like that's not how it's written. Can you explain that to me? We'll be happy to look into it, deep dive into it, and post it on the pod. Maybe you're not the only person who had that effect by this regulation or had this question about this event. And we'd be happy to explore it with you guys and
Yeah.
give you our unbiased opinion.
For sure.
So, otherwise,
Sweet. One more thing. If you have an awesome story that you would like to potentially have us tell on the pod, please share.
stay stuck with us.
Until next time, thanks everybody.
Oh yeah.